guys, welcome to my channel, So Younique. My name is Neek and this is my very first YouTube video. So I am kind of nervous, bear with me. If you want to see how I achieve this look, go ahead and keep watching. I hope you enjoy. Bye.
Okay guys, as you can see, I've already did my brows. I prepped my face with using the Fenty primer. And now I'm just applying color corrector all over my blemishes and I'm blending that out. Okay, so right now I'm about to apply my Fenty foundation. I'm in the shade 420. I'm using my silly sponge to apply it. I love applying my foundation with this because literally a little goes a long way. Right now it looks a little light, but don't worry y'all, it oxidizes, so it will kind of like blend into my skin. You'll see. This brush I'm using is a buffer brush from BH Cosmetics. I don't remember what number it is, but it came in one of their brush sets. Right now I'm applying the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the color Fawn. You can find this at your local beauty supply store for like $3.99. I know they went up on their prices, it was $2.99, but it's still worth the price. It's very good. So after I'm done highlighting where I want to, I grab my NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Chestnut, and I just put a few dots everywhere that I've highlighted, and that just I like doing that because it just gives it extra brightness, but not too much, just enough. Now this is where you blend, like blend that concealer like it's nobody's business. You can see how I'm like beating my face up. When you're blending, you want to use patting motions. You don't want to drag it, especially when using a sponge. My sponge is damp, by the way. This would just give it like a more flawless finish. So everywhere that I highlighted, I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder in the shade Cinnamon Bun. This just helps keep the concealer in place, and I'm just like pressing it into my skin. I'm still using that same damp sponge, by the way. To contour, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty matchstick in the shade Espresso. And you can see where I'm placing it. My forehead, I'm trying to shrink that forehead, y'all. My nose, you got to be careful when you're contouring your nose, because if you're not careful, you can look like you have a broken nose, and you don't want that. We trying to have a Kim Kardashian nose, okay? Again, this is where we blend. My sponge is still a little damp. So when you're doing your cheek contour, be sure to blend upwards and not downwards, because you're trying to get that cheekbone snatched like Angela Bassett, honey. But when you're doing your chin contour, make sure you blend down. That way you're snatching your cheek, you're hiding that double chin. If you got double chin like me, honey, you want that thing snatched, okay? So to do my nose contour, I'm actually going to get that smaller version of that sponge, and this is so it can be more precise, so I don't have no broken nose, y'all. So I'm about to use my MAC mineralizing skin finish to set all the places that I just contoured. Every time you use a cream, you have to use a powder to set it. So I'm just going to use my brush to like blend it all in place. So right here I'm grabbing my Juvia's Place Saharian Volume 1 blush palette, and I'm going to use the darkest shade that they have in there. It's Abby, and I'm just going to use it to accentuate my contour. So this is the blush brush from that same BH Cosmetics brush set that I used earlier. I'm not sure what that number is either, but I'm grabbing the same palette I just used, the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm taking those two shades. I'm going to use that for my blush. Can y'all tell I was starting to feel myself right here? Check me out though. Ooh, no, act like y'all don't do that when y'all doing y'all makeup. So next up is highlight. Yes, honey. I remember I used to be so scared of highlight when I first started doing my makeup. But now, honey, highlight me to the gods. If my highlight ain't popping, my makeup ain't popping. If my makeup ain't popping, what is life? What is slay? Just kidding, y'all, but this is the Urban Decay Afterglow palette, highlight palette. For this look, I'm going to be using my Morphe 350 palette. Also, the brush I'm using is also from Morphe. That is the E23 brush, and that is like my favorite blending brush to use. Y'all will see why in a minute. But I'm going to start this look out by using that first shade in the palette, that lightest shade, just to put like as a base over my eyelids. Now I'm going in with a light brown shade just to put in my crease for the transition color. By the way, y'all, this is MAC Paint Pot, and as y'all heard, it's in the shade Laying Low, and I'm just using that to cut my crease. It's an eyeshadow base, by the way. For this part, you just want to start at the inner lid and just drag it across, so however far you need it. I'm adding a dark brown to the outer eye just to close that in and give it a more defined look. Now I'm getting that gold out of the same palette, and I'm just packing it where I've cut the crease at. Y'all, is it just me or do y'all get like super nervous when you're doing liner? Like, I just cannot. The setting spray I'll be using is the MAC Fix Plus, and I usually spray it on before I put on my lashes or my liner so that doesn't get messed up, but this time I didn't, so that's what I was doing here, trying to protect it. Next up is lips, y'all. So I'm gonna be using my lip liner that I got from Amazon. It's Nabi, N-A-B-I, and it came in a big pack with like a whole bunch of different colors, but most of the colors are like pinks and browns and reds, but they're pretty bomb, and it was very cheap. To top this lip liner, I'm going to be using this little lip gloss I got from Tartiste. I don't know how you say it, but it looks pretty good with this look because it's more like a subtle color, nude, but here we are.
Okay guys, this is the final look.